Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coders Arcade. Today we have an interesting topic lined up for you. We will be exploring the differences between structures and unions in programming. These are the fundamental concepts in languages like C and C++. Before starting this video, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family because guys, to be honest, we feel motivated when you really like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Please show us the love so that we can create more content for you like this. Okay. And thanks a lot for your support that you have shown till now. And I hope you'll be supporting us more and more in future. Okay. So without any more ado, let's get started. As I said, we'll be learning about structures and unions and their differences. Okay. So guys, honestly speaking, most of the engineering colleges don't teach us real difference between structures and unions, and today I am going to unfold this myth for you. Okay, so stay tuned with me in this video and I am guaranteeing you will be really liking this video. Okay, so talking about structures and unions, these are fundamental concepts in languages like C and C++. Okay, so if you are a programmer or just someone interested in learning about data types, you are in right place. So let's dive in. So let me open a slide for you. Guys, the slide that you see in front of you, this is what engineering colleges teach you most of the times. They teach you the data types in C or C++. More or less they are similar, but C++ will have the object oriented concepts like classes and objects and so on. Okay, so if you see here, we have the primary data types, we have void, we have enum, the enumerated ones, and then the derived. In derived, you can see that we have our structure here and then the union here. Okay, guys, most of the engineering colleges will not teach you the real difference between structure and union. I don't know what's wrong with them because this is very frequently asked in the interviews. And I have been to many engineering colleges for placement trainings. Okay, I don't want to give any particular name of any college, but I have been to many engineering colleges for placement trainings. And I really don't understand why the faculties don't teach this simple concept there in the colleges. Because this is a very must and should learn concept for interviews. For placements, it is very important to know the difference between structure and union. Okay, so today I will be really unfolding the mysteries and I will be really dealing with the proper difference between structure and union in C and C++. Okay, so for the time being, we understand that structures and unions are derived data types. Okay, so let's dig deep and try to understand more about structures and unions. Okay, so first of all, I will show you a slide which shows you the difference between structures and unions. As you can see here, structures allocate memory separately for each member. Okay, and unions, as you can see, allocate a single block of memory that is shared by all members. Okay, and talking about the memory uses, then structures is useful when you actually want to store and access multiple pieces of information simultaneously. In case of union, unions are useful when you want to store different types of data in the same memory space and only access one member at a time. Okay, so this is the thing that you actually know about structures. Then what is new in this? There's nothing new in this. I hope you already know about this, right? In structures, we access multiple memory locations or data members at a time. But in union, you can only access one at a time. That's what we already have learned, right? We have learned that in colleges. But what's new in this? The catch here is that I will tell you. Let's again talk about the definition of structures. Okay. So we just know that structures are used to group different data types under a single name. Each piece of data has its own memory location. So that helps structures for storing multiple types of data in one place. Okay, so that's why you can see this here. Structures allocate separate memory for each member. Okay, in the same way, if you talk about unions, unions are another way to group different types of data. But here is a twist. All members of a union share the same memory location. Okay, that means a union variable will occupy only as much memory as its largest member. Okay, so I will tell you what it really means. Okay, let us do one thing. Let us take a simple example, then we can understand better about it. Okay, so I'm going to my board and here I will just show you a simple example. Okay, as we already know that structures and unions actually behave in almost the same way, right? Say I'm taking an example called person. Okay, and the person can have different attributes. Say the name of the person, and say the age of the person, and say I'm saying the income of that person. Okay, just for example. Okay, and similarly, we can also declare a person as a union where I will have the name of that person, I will have the same age, and I will have the income. Okay, but here in both the cases, let's do one thing. Let's go to our IDE and try to recreate this thing with the help of a code. Okay, so I'm going to my IDE, and here let's create a struct called person. And what I will do is I will simply say name, and let me give it a size of 20. Okay, then I will just say int age, and then I will say income. Okay, just for example. Okay, now let's create the variable of the structure now. So I will just say struct person p. Okay, now I will simply assign the variable some values. So for that, let me do one thing. You can already know that if I use p dot, we can access the properties by using the dot. You can see I'm getting name, age, and income. So what I will do, I will just say name of is equal to, say I will write my name only. Okay, but you can see I'm getting an error. So we cannot store string into this like that. Okay, so for that I can use the string library, something like this, hash include string.h. I'm using the string library. Now I have a str copy function which I will be using now. So first it takes the destination. My destination is p dot name. Okay, and then I need the value. Okay, I will say Saurabh, my name. Got it? Okay, then after that, let's take p dot age equal to say 30, and say p dot income is equal to say 25k, just for example. Okay, now let us print them. Printf, and let's run this and check. Okay, you can see name is Saurabh, age is 30, income is 25,000. So it's working absolutely fine. And now let's also check the size. Okay, so I will just say printf. Let me give a slash n to go to the next line, and just say I will say size of size is comma. I will use the size of function and say p. And guys, you can see I'm getting a warning. So let me give the format specifier also, say %d, and let's see the size. The size should be 20 plus 4 plus 4. Integers have 4 bytes, 4 bytes, so this should be 28. Let's run this and check if this is correct or not. Yeah, let me see. It is 28. Okay, so if you remember from the explanation, the size of a structure is the size of all the individual members added together. That is 20 plus 4 plus 4. Character, single character is 1 byte. So 20 bytes plus 4 plus 4. And to be precise, let me tell you one more trick. The correct format specifier for size of function is LLU, unsigned long long. Okay, or long long unsigned. Please don't use %d for size of function. Okay, so this is the proper one. Now let's see here what we get. See guys, we are getting the same thing. Okay, now similarly, as we saw, even for a union, it behaves the same way, right? We can also do that, but the main difference between union is, let's write union here. And here also, let's write union. Now let's try to run this and see what we get. Guys, you can see the magic, right? Income is 25,000, age is 25,000, and See the name. And see, the size is okay, the largest data type. Okay, union at a point only the one. So largest data type will have the total size of the union, which is 1 into 20, 20 bytes. But what is happening here, guys? So why am I not able to access the data here? What is wrong here? If you see again, if I run this, I'm getting something like this. Name is not coming, age is 25,000, income is also 25,000. So the last one is getting here. See, this is the current one that is visible right now. So if I go to my whiteboard again and try to explain you the same thing, just try to understand. Okay, so here, say name is the variable one or the value one, this is value 2, this is value 3, and for this one, this is value 1, this is value 2, this is value 3. Fine. So what is happening here? The size is v1 plus v2 plus v3, we got it as 28. Here the size is only 20, that is coming from the name, 20 bytes, right? Okay, so you understood this. But if you try to understand one more thing, for the structure v1, v2, v3, they are actually allocated separate memories. But for the union v1, v2, v3, they are allocated the same memory. That is the main problem. So what happens here is that when we try to access v1, we will get that. But as soon as we assign some other value, that is gone. Okay, so again, if you assign this value, the earlier two values are gone actually. So at a point of time, this can only hold one value. Is that clear? So that's why we are not getting the answer. Okay, so just remember this rule, guys. This is a very important interview question. For union, you have to, if you want to display the values, you have to use this rule. As soon as you assign the value, you have to display the value. So please, guys, you remember this very important point. Okay, for a structure, it is okay if you display the values all together at a time because they are allocated separate memories. But for union, they have only one memory. So assign, I'm sorry, the spelling is wrong. So let me just correct it. So assign and display. So as soon as you assign a value, you have to display that value. Okay, because as soon as you assign a new value, the earlier value is erased or deleted. Okay, so because at a time only one value can be allocated the memory. That is the most important thing about unions. Okay, is that clear, guys? So let us find the solution for that. So what you can do is, let me just remove all of them from here. So in case of the union, what you do, you assign and you display then and there itself. Same thing, you assign the age, you display after that line only. Same thing you do in all the cases. Okay, so this will become age, and let's say this becomes percentage d, and this will become income, and this becomes percent d, and this becomes income, and the first one, this becomes age. Okay, now see here what I have done. The name was assigned, I displayed the name. The age was assigned, I displayed the age. The income is assigned, I display the income. And after that, the size is okay. You know that, right? Let's run this. See, guys, we have name, age, income, and then the size is 20. 20 why? Why it is 20? It is 20 because of this, the largest data type. Okay. So if you want to again recap that, you can just say that struct the size is sum, for the union, the size is largest. Okay, please remember this, guys. This is very important, and I don't know why this has not been taught in many of the engineering colleges. Okay, now you have known about this, and thank you and all the best for your interviews. And there you have it, the differences between structure and union in programming. I hope this video helped you understand this concept better. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting programming content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye and happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Code Circuit. So in today's video, we'll be talking about one more important concept in C programming, which is enumeration, or in short, enums in C programming. Okay. So before starting this video, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos as usual. And at the same time, if you are new to the channel, I request you to please subscribe to our channel and motivate us to create more content like this. Okay. Thank you for your support, and I hope you'll be supporting us in future as well. Okay. So as I said, today's topic is enumeration or enums in C programming. Okay. So this will be the part 1 video. Here I will be showing you how to create an enum and how to get used to enums and start using them. So without any more ado, let's get started, and I will directly go to my IDE. Okay, so here we are inside the IDE. Now let's do one thing. I'll create a simple text file, and here I will give you some idea about what are enums actually. Okay, so enums, in short for enumerations, are actually a way to create named constants. Okay, so they make your code more readable. These are some important points. They make your code more readable, and they can be related to specific type of data, and at the same time, by default they are actually integers. And let us now see how we can use them. Guys, I will give you some examples so that you can understand more about them. Okay, enums can be the days in a week, say some colors, or maybe the months in a year, and so on. So as you see here, named constants. So an enumeration or enum is a named constant. So suppose I'm talking about some colors, red, blue, green, yellow. You remember when we were in our colleges or in your schools, we had some houses. When you had our school weeks, we had houses where we had the colors like red, comma blue, green, comma yellow. These kind of data or named constants can be used using an enum. Okay, so let's see how to create them. Okay, let's go to this file that I have created, and I will show you how you can create an enum. Okay, in order to create an enum, you don't have to do it inside the main function. You have to just use the enum keyword, and simply you have to write the name of the enum that you want to create. So suppose I want to create an enum called colors. Okay, and inside that I can simply write the colors that I need. Okay, as I said, red, comma blue, comma green. Okay, and it is better to write them as capital letters because these are actually a group of constants that will never change. Okay, so as I say here, by default I said enums are actually in the backend integers, so they start from 0. Okay, please remember that. So this will be 1 and this will be obviously 2. Fine. Now we have created a standard data type called color like this. Fine. Now whenever we want a red color, we just have to create a variable of this enumeration. So simple, I will just say enum, then color, color, or you can take anything. I'm taking C is equal to, you can take any one of the values. I'm taking red for example. Okay, so if I try to print, the color is percentage D, comma C. Can you guess what color will I get? See, red corresponds to 0. Okay, let's now see if it is correct or not. It should be the color is 0. See guys, the color is 0. And obviously, if you change it to green, it will be 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, I hope you understood this. This is how you can actually create a group of constants. Now, rather than creating a color enum, you can create a day enum, which can be Monday to Sunday, etc., etc., which can be January to December. Okay. So, enum, as I said, is a group of named constants. Okay. And by default, they will be having the decimal data type or the integer data type. Okay. And they can also be made to point to character data type also. You can do that. Okay. And for example, as I said, days in a week, colors or months in a year, and so on. You can have your own set of enums, it doesn't matter. Okay. So actually they make the data more readable. Okay. It makes your code look very simple and easy to understand. That is the benefit of using enums. Okay. So guys, I hope you have understood this video. Thank you for watching. And if you have any doubts regarding this, please post them in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify them. Okay. Now then, till the next video or the next part, I want you to go through this and try to create your own enums and try to learn more about them. Okay. By the time I will bring you the next video, which will be actually enum with custom values. Okay, fine. So thank you for watching and happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coders Arcade. In today's video, we'll be talking about the second tutorial or second part of the Enum videos in C programming. And here we'll be talking about how to set custom values to our enums. Okay. In the last one, we showed you how to create a simple enum and work with that. In this one, I will show you how to customize our enums and put our own custom values into that. Okay. So thank you for watching all our videos. If you are new to the channel, please hit the bell icon and subscribe. Thank you. And let's get started. As I said, today's topic will be enum with custom values. Okay, let me go to the IDE. Okay, here you can see guys, this was the first part of the tutorial where we learned about how to create an enum called color. Yes, and by default, as I said, they point to the decimal or integer data type. So we had 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so after that I showed you we use the enum keyword, then you call the enum with the name and then you give a variable type. And then you can assign green, blue or red. Fine. So this was the first example. Guys, if you did not watch this, I will give you the link in the description. You can go and watch that video. And after that, you can come and follow this video. Okay. So here, as I said, I will show you how to use enums with custom values. So for that, what I will do is I will go to this file that I've created already. Here, I will create an enum and say months. Here, I will just say Jan, Feb, March, April, May. Okay, and you can have all of them. I'm not just giving you all of them, I'm just showing you how to use them. Okay, and then you create the enum, you say months, and you can say M as the month, that will be the variable name, is equal to, you can take January for example. Okay, now I will just say this is month number percent D and comma M. Okay, so as we know, by default, January will be initialized to 0. Okay. So this is month number 0 will be the output, right? You can see this is month number 0. But practically speaking, January is the month number 1 out of 12 months, right? So what we can do is we can initialize this enums with our custom values. I can write 1 here. Okay. Then automatically this will become 1. See guys, 1. Now, if you talk about May, then it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th month. And now it is correct, right? I hope you understood this. So this is how you can customize the values in the enum. Now, if you want to start from 100, that is also possible. Then obviously this will become 104. You can see 100, 1, 2, 3 and 4. See this? 104. Okay. So depending on the initial value, all the other values will be the consecutive values after that particular value. Okay, so this is how you can customize the enums in your code. Okay, and obviously this makes your data more readable, as I told you in the earlier video, right? Fine. And but you have to be careful with one thing guys, please remember this. If I start with nothing here in January and in March if I am writing say 10, Now you might be thinking that February automatically becomes 9 and January becomes 8. So for May it is 10, 11 and 12. Let me run this and show you. Okay, you can see that is 12. That's no problem. But in case of February, let us try to write this and see Feb. And let me run this. You might be thinking that will be 9, but that's not the correct answer. You can see by default, if you don't initialize the initial value, the first one, it will be initialized to 0. Okay. Even if you are initializing something in the middle to some other random value, it doesn't matter and it will not initialize the earlier values to -1 and -1. It's not like that. Okay. So if you don't initialize the first value, it will be automatically initialized to 0. So obviously January is 0, that means February will be 1. Okay. I hope this is clear. This is sometimes a little bit critical, and sometimes people ask this in the interview and we don't answer it properly. So I'm just telling you out of experience. Okay. Please remember that. And similarly, you can customize and create more enums like this. I want you guys to create some enums of your own and try to play around with the values. Okay. And if you have any doubts, you can get back to us in the comment section. I will be very happy to clarify them. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. For any queries, please post your queries in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. And in the next video, I will show you how to calculate the size of an enum. Okay. So thank you for watching, and till the next video, this is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coders Arcade. So guys, this will be the third part of the enumeration tutorial in C programming. We have already learned about a simple enum, and then I have showed you how to use custom values in an enum. Those were the part 1 and the part 2 videos. Now this is the third video. Okay. So before starting, I would again like to request all of you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel if you are new to the channel. And thank you for supporting for those who have already subscribed and supported us. Okay. So as I said, today's topic will be to know how to find the size of an enum. Okay, so without any more ado, let's get started. I will directly go to the IDE. Okay guys, you can see here this was the last part of the video where we learned how to customize the values in the enum. If you have not gone through this, I request you to go to that video. I'll give the link in the description and also in the I button. Learn that, understand that, comment your queries, and then if you understand, if you are well acquainted with that, then you can come back and follow along with this video. Okay, so as I said, today we will be learning about how to find the size of an enum. Okay, so for that I will simply take a different file which I have created already. You can see this is the file, and here I will create a random enum with say priority. Okay, and then here I will say high, low, medium, and by default let us take the priorities to be 1, 2 and okay, this should be 3 and this should be 2. I'm sorry for that. Okay, now create the enum and let's write the name of the enum, and p is equal to, let us call it low priority. Okay, for the time being, just to show how it works actually. Now in order to check the size of enum, we can use the size of function. Okay, we can make use of the size of function. But before that, I want to tell you something very important regarding the size of function. Guys, whenever we are trying to calculate the size of any parameter, any variable or anything, we have to remember one thing. In order to store that, we have a very special data type called size underscore t. Okay, so the return type of the size of function is sometimes very different. So for that, we should never use percentage d as the format specifier. Please remember this. This is very, very important. So specifically for the size of function, we should use percentage long long unsigned, or we should use percentage zu. Okay, any one of this you can use. We should not be using percentage d. Even if you are getting the correct answer, you should not be using. Okay, so as I said, size t is the actual perfect data type to store the returning value of the object or the variable from the size of function. Okay, so in that case we should be using that. So let me show you how to use that. Okay, I will use size t. You can see here it is size t. Okay, say I will just say size is equal to, or let me not confuse you, I will just say size of enum is equal to, I will use the size of function now, and I will say enum, and name of our enum is priority. Okay, and then now what happens here, let me explain you. This size of function is returning the size of this priority enum. Okay, and then I am storing it inside a variable size of enum. This is the name of this variable, and this is the particular data type. It is not integer, it is not float, it is not nothing. It is dedicated to store the return type of the size of function. Okay, as I told you, the size t is a dedicated variable to store the size of function. Okay, so we should be always using that. So now if I print this, if I say the size of the enum is, so as I said, percentage d should not be used. Okay, let me show you what will be the warning here, comma, I will just say size of enum. See here, there is already a yellow color line or highlight saying there is a warning. Let me highlight this. You can see format specifier type int, but the argument has type size t. Okay, or aka unsigned long. So we can simply ignore this and you can run this if you want. The answer will be, can you guess the answer, guys? By default, the data type of an enum is always what? It is always an integer. So what is the size of an integer? The integer size is 4 bytes. Let's see what we are getting. Run this here. You can see the size of the enum is 4 because an integer here has 4 bytes of memory. That's why we're getting this. And if I write bytes here, that will be even more relevant, right? So as I said, you should not be using %d. You can use ZU. If you run this, see the output will be 4 bytes only. Or else you can also use percentage long unsigned. Okay. So as I have mentioned here, either long unsigned or you can use ZU. Okay, that is ZU is the return type for the size of function. Okay, in order to store that particular size, we should use this particular format specifier or the unsigned long format specifier. Okay, and you understood why the size is 4 bytes, because by default it is of integer data type, and obviously we have used some custom values. Fine. Now let's do one experiment and try to understand, what if I write characters here, what will be the size? Okay, let me write H, let me write L, and let me write M. And then now let's try to calculate the size. Let me run this and let's check. See, even though it is a character, the size is 4 bytes here. I will tell you the reason behind that. Because in the back end, it is actually comparing ASCII values. Okay, so ASCII values of those particular characters. So ultimately it is a decimal or integer only. That's why we are getting size as 4 bytes only. Clear? But if you want to print them or display them, then you can do it like this. If you want to print, say, percentage C, comma, low, not low, sorry, P. Let's see the output now. It should be L as the value. Let's run this and check. See guys, we are getting L as the answer. Okay. So these are some specific things about enums and about the size of function that I wanted you to know. Okay, hope you have understood. Guys, if you have any problem regarding this video, please comment it in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify them. Okay, and thank you for watching. Till the next part, which is regarding how to use enum as a switch. Keep learning, keep practicing. This is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel Coders Circuit. In today's video, this will be the fourth part and final part of the enumeration tutorial in C programming. Till now, we have learned how to create an enum, a simple enum. Then we have learned how to customize the values inside an enum, and also then we have learned how to find the size of an enum. Now here we will be learning how to use an enum as a switch. Okay, because this is a very important interview question. Most of the times he will ask this question. Okay. So before starting this video, I would like to request all of you to please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you are new to the channel. And thank you for your support. Okay. So without any more ado, let's get started. I will directly go to the IDE now. And here, guys, you can see this was the last tutorial where I showed you how to create enums and how to calculate the size of an enum using the size of function. And also, I told you about the format specifiers specifically used for the size of function, which is percentage LLU or percentage Z. If you haven't gone through the videos, please go through them, guys, and try to understand them, and then you will learn and understand more in this video. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to follow up with these videos. Okay, I will give the link in the description and also in the I button. So go ahead and watch them and then come back here. Okay, and as I said, today we'll be learning how to use an enum as a switch. Okay, so let's get started. I already have a file created. Let me open that enum switch. Okay, so here I will simply create an enum, say days. Okay, let me write capital D to make it more proper, and I will say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and by default, let me start Monday from 1. Okay, so that Sunday is the 7th day of the week. Okay, so here what I will do is I will create a void function print day, and here I will take an enum as an argument or parameter. Okay, enum days day. Okay, so guys, what I'm doing is I'm taking a day as a parameter, and based on that I will create a switch. Okay, as I said, we will be learning how to create an enum and how to use that as a switch. Okay, in the switch case. So here I'll just say switch. The expression here will be the day variable, and here I will take the cases now. So case, the first case will be Monday. Okay, I'll just say print Monday. Okay, so let me just copy paste some stuff and let me give the break statement also. Let me copy this entire thing, and the final one is default, which I will just say printf and invalid day. Okay, fine, and let me add some exclamation marks here. Done with this, and now let me change this values. Sunday. Okay, so done with this. Okay, and I haven't given the semicolon, so the error is gone. No problem. Okay, so you can see I have taken enum as a variable inside my print day function, and based on this day data that is passed by the user, it will either print Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or else it will print default as invalid. Okay, so and this is my enum here. Fine. So let me do one thing. Let me go to the main function and create the enum. is equal to, let me say, Tuesday. Fine. And let me call the print day function and pass our day as the argument. Okay. So the day is Tuesday, so it should print Tuesday here. Okay. Let us run this and check. Yes, guys, you can see here it's printing Tuesday. Let us change and see if it is working for all of them. If I say uh, Wednesday, run this. So everything is working fine, no problem at all. Okay. So this is how, guys, we can use an enum as a switch. I hope you understood this and like the video. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts regarding this, please post your comments in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify those doubts. Okay. And thank you for watching. This was the last part of the entire Enum tutorial. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel, guys. That will really motivate us to create more content like this. Thanks for watching. Okay. Till the next video, this is Saurav signing off. Bye bye and happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coders Arcade. In today's video, we are going to start with a new topic, which is file handling in C programming. Okay, so guys, we have also delivered playlists in file handling in Java and Python. So today we are going to start with one new one, which is file handling in C programming. Okay, so before starting this video, I would like to request all of you to please show your love and like and share our videos with your friends and family. And also at the same time, please don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot for your support, guys. And please, if you really like the content, please don't forget to subscribe. That really motivates us a lot. Okay. So without any more ado, let's get started. And this will be the part one of the video. Okay. Which I will be showing how to read data from a text file using C language. Fine. So let's directly go to our IDE. So as you can see here, we are inside our IDE and I'm using CLion IDE. Fine. You can go ahead with any IDE, that doesn't matter. The code and the syntax will be absolutely same. Okay. So here, guys, you can see I have a directory called file handling. Inside that, I have a C file called readfile.c and I have this f1.txt. This is a text file. Okay, guys, the extension is very, very important. You have to keep that in mind. Okay. So if you see here, I have some data inside this file. You can see at Coders Arcade, we believe that learning to code, etc., etc. We have some simple paragraph written here, and I will be showing you how to read data from this particular file. Okay. So here I have the readfile.c file created where I'll be writing the code. Okay. So before starting, you should know how to open a file and close a file. Okay. For that, let's start. So file handling in C is actually a crucial aspect of programming, allowing you to read from a file and also write data to files. Okay. So we need to know three modes. Okay. So read, write, and sometimes we need to add some data. Okay. That is called append. These are the three modes actually. Okay. Fine. So we'll be talking about the read mode right now. Fine. And guys, for opening files, we need a function called fopen. We'll be using this function, okay? Fopen. And those of you who don't know the fopen file function, it returns a file pointer that points to the beginning of the file, okay? So let's get started with it. So I'll just write something here, used to open a file. This function is used to open a file, and just because it is a function, let me write a bracket here. Fine. So let's get started. So first thing first, because it is returning a pointer, so I'll use the file pointer here. You can see here, guys, file, capital F file. File, I'll create the pointer fptr. You can write any name. I prefer this. So after that, after reading the data, I need to store it somewhere, right? So for that, I will just use a character array called buffer. Okay, and let me fix the size to say 100 bytes. Okay, so 100 characters it will print. Now, with the help of the pointer, I will use a fopen function, and here I will have to give the parameters or the arguments. It takes two arguments, which is first of all the file name, and then it takes the mode. Fine. You can see here, right? The file name and the mode. So let us go here and give the absolute path of the file name. Okay, so I have the f1.txt. I will just right click and you can see here I have the copy path reference option. I'll click on this and go to absolute path. Fine. Then I will just bring my cursor inside the double quotes and paste it here. You can see guys, I have the file name copied here. Fine. And as I said, we have three modes: read, write, and append. For read, we are trying to read some data, right? So I'll just write R as the mode, small r. Fine, got it? Now, very important thing, we always have to check if the file opening is successful or not. Okay. If the file is not successfully opened, then what happens? The fopen function returns null. Okay. So we have to always check for null. So how do you do it? It's very simple. I'll just write if fptr equal null, then we will return an error message. Okay guys, error handling is also very important, so we have to deal with that properly. Okay, so printf, I will just say error opening the file. Okay, and I'll just give an exclamation mark and say /n to go to the next line. Fine. And then because it is an error, I will just return 1. Make sense? Normally if we don't have errors, then we return 0, right? So in this case we have some error, so we are returning 1 to the console or the terminal. Fine. Now let's start with reading the data from the file. Okay, so I'll just write a comment, read and print each line. Okay, in order to read data, we have a function called fgets. Okay, guys, we can read data using 3 different functions. We can use fscanf, we can use fgets, or we can use fread, any one of these. Fine. I will be using the fget function. Okay, let's see how to do it. So I'll just use the while loop. The while loop is needed because if there is no data in the file, it's unnecessary wasted of resources, right? We should not waste our resources. So I'll just say while, I'll use the fget function. Okay, here I will take my buffer variable, and then till what extent do you want the max count? So in that, the max count is the size of our buffer. Okay, and then the last one is from where do you want to read? Okay, so for that it is actually the file which is the fptr. Fine. You can see guys, first it takes the variable where we want to store the data after reading, and then we have the max count, how much data you're reading, and then the file, the location of the file which is stored in the file pointer. Fine. And if this is not equal to null, then only we'll read the data. Is that clear? Fine. Now just say printf, because the data in the text file is considered a string. Guys, if we have integer, decimal, whatever it is considered as string only. Okay, inside the text file. So I'll just write %s as the format specifier, and then I will use my buffer. Fine. And guys, please remember, after we have read the file, we need to close the file. So I will use fclose, and then I will just pass the fptr, our file pointer. Fine, that's all. We are done with it. Now let's just run it and see if we are able to successfully read the data or not. Fine. So I'll right click and run this. Yes guys, you can see here it's giving us the data. At Chorus Arcade, we believe that learning to code should be an engaging and enjoyable experience. Okay, and so and so. We're getting this data read from this particular file, which is f1.txt. Fine. So this is it guys. This is how you read data from a file. Okay. I'll repeat myself again. First we take a file pointer, and then we take a character array so that we can store the data from the file that we have read, and then we take the pointer and we use the fopen function here, which takes 2 arguments. The first one is the file name or the path, the second one is the mode. Because we are reading data, so it is read mode. After that, we just have to check if the file open function has actually read the file or not. So we check if it is null. If it is null, that means we have not been able to read the file. So we print the error message and we return 1. That means there is something wrong in reading the file. Okay. After that, if we have successfully read the file, then we read the data from the file. Okay, so we can use either fscanf, fgets, or fread. Fine. And then we use the while loop so that as soon as the data in the file is over, we stop. So we just say we use the fget function and we pass our character array where we want to store the data. Then we give the max count, which is the size of our character array, and then we pass the file here, the file pointer. If that is not equal to null, till then we print the data. Okay, and just remember, in a text file, whatever data we have is in the form of string. Okay, and after we have successfully read the data, we have to close the file. So that's it about reading the file. Okay, guys, I hope you have liked this video. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can post your doubts in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify them. Thank you for watching. This is Saurabh signing off. The next time I will be coming on with the next video, the next part, which is writing data into a file. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye bye and happy learning. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Coder Circuit. In today's tutorial, we'll be talking about the next part in file handling in C, which is how to write data into a text file. Okay, so in the previous tutorial, I showed you how to read data from a text file. Guys, if you have not watched that, I will give the link in the description and also in the I button. Please go and watch that. And before starting today's video, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family. And at the same time, if you really like the content that we bring to you, please don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel, because that really motivates us, and it's a win-win situation for both of us, because I get the subscribers and you get good content, and it's really free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for that, right? So thank you for supporting us as well. So as I said, today's topic will be how to write data into a text file. Okay, so let's get started. I will directly go to my IDE now. Okay, here you can see we are inside our ID, and if you see carefully, in the last tutorial, I took this f1.txt file, this one, it is open here in front of you. I had some text here, which I read with the help of this code, right? You remember that? We created the file pointer, and then we created a character array to store the data. And we handled the error also by using a message saying that if the file pointer returned null, the fopen function returned null, then we were counteracting that message by using the print statement like this. And because it was not correct, so we were returning 1. Okay, and then I said we can use the fgets, fscanf, or the fread function, and I showed you how to use the fget function. Okay, and after that, as I said, very important, we have to close the file after reading, writing, or obviously appending. So guys, as I said, we had 3 modes: the read mode, the write mode, and the append mode. Okay, so we have already seen the read mode. Let's go to the write mode now. Fine, I already created the file here, writefile.c, you can see here. Now let's get started. Okay, so first of all, what I will do is, in the same manner, I will kill the file pointer. The name can be anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, and after that, we need to open the file where we want to write something. Guys, I will repeat one thing. If the file is already created, it will open that existing file. Okay, if it is not created, then it will create a new file. Fine. So for the time being, you can see I don't have any other extra file created. I have the f1.txt file here, right? So let's do one thing. I will use this f1.txt file only for the time being. And let me show you how to write data into this file. And we already have some data here. See, we already have some data here. I will try to write some other data into it. So let's go back to this file, and here, as I said, we already have this. So I will use my file pointer equal to, we know that we can use the fopen function, right? So fopen, here I need 2 arguments, that is first the path to the file and then the mode, right? You know that, right? I've already told that. Guys, if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch the video, because otherwise you will be getting a difficulty to understand this part of the code. Okay, so as I said, let me take the file name. Simple, as I have showed you earlier, you right click on the file and go to copy path reference and copy the absolute path. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Inside the double quotes, I will paste it, and it's a very long path. So I'll just minimize the size of the screen a little bit. Okay, and then the mode, guys. Here we are trying to write data into the file. So I'll write W here. Okay, fine. And then let's do the other stuff. As I said, let us handle the error message if the file was not opened successfully. So I'll just say if fptr is equal null, that means the file has not opened. What I will do, I'll just print error opening file, and I'll just give an exclamation mark and say /n to go to the next line. Okay, and then I will return 1 because this is not correct. Okay, this is some error that happened while we are trying to open that file. Okay, then after that we have a special function which helps us to write some data into the file, that is called fprintf. Okay, this is the function. So I'll use that here, and let me write one thing here. This is used to write data into a text file. Okay, now I will just use fprintf, you can see here, and first of all it takes the file, and then you can write it in double quotes whatever you want to write. Okay, so I'm just writing hello file handling in C programming is interesting, and let me give a /n so that I can go to the next line. After that, let me again write fprintf, and here again I will take the stream or the file pointer, and then here I will write something else. I am Saurav from Coders Arcade teaching you file handling. Okay, and let us again give a /n so that we can be ready with the next line. Okay, and as I said, just we'll use f close to close the file, because after utilizing the resources we have to close the file. Okay, here I will simply pass the file pointer. Okay, so hope you have understood this. Now you can see here guys, we already have this f1.txt which has some data here. See, we have this written here. Now let's try to write this here. Okay, so I'll run this now. Let's see if this is working or not. Okay, you can see there are no errors, and obviously there will be nothing displayed here, but let's go to that f1.txt file and see. Okay guys, see here, hello file handling in C programming is interesting. I'm Saurabh from Coders Arcade teaching you file handling. But guys, did you observe something? The earlier data that I had is gone. So guys, if you are doing this for the first time, please be careful with this. Okay, don't use the write mode directly. If you have to update some data, then this is very wrong. You should not be doing it. So I will show you here again. If I go back here and say if I write is interesting, and then let me write my whole name. I'm saying Saurabh Sarkar from Godas Arcade teaching you file handling, and let me give double bars and say writing file. Okay, now let me see what we had here earlier. We had teaching you file handling. Now I'm updating the data. Okay, I'm updating it like this. So let's see what happens, and say I am deleting the first line here. Let me delete this first line. Now let me run this again. Okay guys, it says no errors, but let's go back to the file and let me open this. You can see here I have it written, but the problem is the earlier data is erased. It's not updated, it's erased. So the write mode only erases and creates a new, overwrites the data. Okay, if you see this, it actually overwrites. The W mode here, it overwrites. Okay, W or write mode overwrites the data. So you have to be very careful while using it. Okay, that's why I've given the stars here. So now guys, we already had this f1.txt file, correct? So we overwrote this. If you want to create a new file, you can just do this. You can write f2.txt in the same location, and let's see what happens now. So right now f1.txt has this data. I will close this, and if you see here, I don't have any f2.txt file here, correct? So if I go back here, now if I run this, see, no errors. And let's go back and verify. You can see f2.txt is a new file created by the code. And if you open this, I have the data written here. See, got it? So I'll repeat, as I said here, created. If the file is already created, it will open the existing one and overwrite it. Otherwise, if it is not created, it will create a new file. That's what I showed you. Okay. So please remember that, and please be careful with writing something to a file, because we should not be using the write mode if you are updating some data. If it's a new file, then it's okay. Otherwise, you should not be using the write mode. Okay. So for that, I will show you the solution how to use the append mode, and that will be the third part of this video. Okay. The third tutorial. So I hope you like this, guys. If you really like this, please like and share it with your friends and family. And also, if it's a really win-win situation, if you are not having to pay anything, I request you to please subscribe, because it really motivates us a lot to help you and bring more content like this. Okay, please guys, I'm requesting you a lot, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot, and happy learning. Bye bye, and see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coder Circuit. In this video, this is the third part of file handling in C programming. Okay, and today we'll be learning how to append data into a file. Okay, so before starting this video, I would like to request all of you, as usual, to please like and share our videos, because it really motivates us a lot and it really helps us to bring more better content to you. Because when we know that you are liking and subscribing, we actually get to know that you are actually viewing the content. Okay, so thanks for supporting, guys, and I hope you will be supporting us more and more. So, as I said, today's topic will be file handling in C, how to append data into a file. Okay, so let's get started. I'll directly go to my IDE. Here I am inside my IDE. Guys, if you just go back, and here is that earlier video file where we are learning how to write data into a file. Okay, so as you see, we created a file pointer, and guys, you will not understand if you have not watched the video. Okay, so please go ahead, and I will give the link in the description and also in the I button. Please don't forget to go and watch that video, understand that properly, and if you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment section. I'll be happy to clarify them. And after understanding the entire concept of writing data into a file, we can move ahead and come to this video. Okay, so thank you. As I said, we create a file pointer, and then we use the fopen function, which takes two arguments, the name of the file and the mode. Okay, so we have three modes: write, read, and append. Right, read is to read the file, write is to write some data, and there was some drawback with this write mode. Okay, and we also showed how to handle the errors by using this equal null option. So if the file pointer is null, that means if you have given something wrong in this path, then it will not be able to open this file. Okay, and it will return this message and also 1. Got it? So what that means is, see, right now my location is C user Saurav, etc., etc., and last finally f2.txt. Okay, if I go here and show you, this is my f2.txt. Okay, and here I had some data. I'm Saurabh Sarkar from Das and teaching you this. Fine. So guys, in this file, what happened is, I already have this, and so let me just show you one thing to just give you a small recap. I already had this text file and I have some data in this, okay, written there. Now let me just write, say, some other trainer from our company, say Nikhil, right? And let me run this now. And let me erase some data. Okay, I'm just writing I'm Nikhil Rai from Coder Arcade, and let's go back to this file. Here we have this data right now. You can see we have this entire data now, and we are writing some data again to this file by using this code. Okay, so the fprintf command is doing it. We are just passing the file and then the text that we are trying to write into that file. After that, obviously, we are closing that file. Let me run this and show you. So running this, see, there is no error. So let's go to that file and see what happened. You can see, guys, the earlier data is gone and we have some new data into it. So this is a very bad practice when you are trying to update some data or trying to append some data into a file. Okay, because the earlier data will be overwritten. Okay, that's a very bad practice. So if you're doing this for the first time, this is not a good thing. So guys, I have already told this in the earlier video, the part 2, and now in the part 3 I will show you how to actually deal with this problem, because this is a very bad practice, right? So here what we will do, even if I write here, see, suppose if I'm going back again and writing say Chandan and running this file, and just say don't write anything here, run this now. See, no errors. Let's go back, and if you confirm, see, the earlier data is gone. So that's a very bad practice. So for that I have created a new file, and here I will show you how to actually do this in a proper way by appending data to the file. Okay, so as goes the name, append data to file. So first of all, I will create a file pointer fptr, and with that file pointer I will use fopen, and it takes two arguments, as I said, the file name and the mode. Okay, for the w mode it will only write data. Okay, so here I have to give the path. So what I do, I will just take f1.txt path like this, copy path reference and absolute path. Just go back to our file, and here I will just pass the path. Okay, it's a very long path. So after that, what I will do is, okay, you can see this is the mode. Fine, and I will write A here, guys. Please remember, R is for read, W is for writing or overwriting, and A is for appending data. Okay, you can add extra data into it. Fine, and let me create a new file. Okay, or let me just try with this one, f2.txt. I am Chandan. Fine, so what we do, I'll just go here and let me say f2.txt. Now let me just try to write something, and let us handle the error also. I will just say if fptr equal null, then we will return an error message like this: error opening file /n, and then we'll simply return some unknown value, say return 1. That means there is something wrong, otherwise the exit code is 0, right? After that, simply we'll use the fprintf function, and I will pass my pointer, and then I will pass the data that I want to write. Okay, so I'll just say /n, and I'll write I am Saurav and j/n. Okay, so that I can get the data in the next line. Make sense? After that, obviously I have to close the file, so f close our pointer. Got it? So guys, we have used the A mode or the append mode, and I'm trying to write some data into the f2.txt file. Just see here, this is I am Chandan, and I'm appending I am Saurabh here. Let me run this and check. So no errors. Let's go back to that file and see what we have got. Yes guys, you can see here I'm getting I am Saurabh. So there is no problem in this. Got it? So we have successfully added some extra data into the file, and by keeping the earlier data intact. Okay, that's great, right? We have learned something very good. So now let me add some other data. I will just say, let me remove that /n now, and I'm just saying I am Nikhil. Let me run this now and let's see. Okay, you can see no errors. And let me go back here, and you can see I'm Nikhil. So this is appending data to the file, guys. And if you want to see how to get this warning message and how to get this printed, I'll just give a random dummy folder A which is not existing and write this. So this path is absolutely wrong, because inside file handling I don't have a folder called A. If you just see here, inside file handling I don't have any folder called A, right? Here in this part, not there. Got it? So in that case, this is not gonna work. Let's see what we get now. If I run this now, just see what happens. See, error opening file, and see the exit code, which is 1. That means the path to that file does not exist. Clear? So let me just again correct this so that we don't get that warning again. And let me say I will write Ujjwal, and let me run this now. Okay. As you can see here, no errors. And if I go back to the file, you can see I am Ujjwal has been appended. So this is how you add extra data into a file, or this is how you append data into a file. Okay. Guys, this is easy and simple, but if you don't practice, you will not understand. I hope you understood this video. Guys, if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And at the same time, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, because that will really motivate me to create more and more better content for you. Okay. So thanks for watching. Till the next time, this is Saurav signing off. Bye bye and happy learning.